Hey again, honors chemistry. So now I'm going to look at question number 2 and which equation I'm going to use. So it says 90 milliliters volume of helium was collected under a pressure of 740 millimeters of mercury. At what volume, so I'm looking for a volume, would the pressure of this gas be 700 millimeters of mercury? Assume temperature is constant. So I'm looking at my equations here that I could begin to use, which is the only equation that has pressure and volume in it. Boyle's law. So I could begin to write the equation P1V1 equals P2V2. My P1 is my initial pressure, which is 740 millimeters of mercury. And I could keep that as in millimeters of mercury. I don't have to convert that to anything yet. My second pressure is 700 millimeter mercury. So P2 is 700 millimeters of mercury. And then my volume, my initial volume that eventually I'm changing, is 90 milliliters. And so now all I do is plug and chug into this equation because I'm looking for what is the new volume. At what volume would the pressure be 700? So plugging and chugging gets me, let's see, P1 is 740 millimeters of mercury times V1, which is 90 milliliters, equals P2, which I got is 700 millimeters of mercury, times V2, which I do not know. And now if I want to solve for V2 by itself, I'm going to multiply these two and then eventually divide by 700. So I'm going to just divide by 700 and combine everything. Okay. And if I do this math, if I do 740 times 90, and then eventually divide it by 700, my volume I get is 95.1 milliliters. And how do I know that my volume is in milliliters? Well, I started with milliliters over here, so I'm going to definitely end up with my units being in milliliters.